Time to reveal our surprise celebrity guest. Here we go. Okay. Okay, we have a question that wants to know how do you beatbox, make sounds like Michael Winslow from Police Academy in Roselle. Here are your clues: actor, beatboxer, electric company, Freestyle Love Supreme. Okay, so he's an actor. He's a vocal percussionist who's performed with the late Biz Markie, Dougie Fresh, Roselle, many other human beatboxers. He's currently starring, okay, on Broadway in Freestyle Love Supreme. Please give a warm welcome to Chris Shockwave Sullivan.
I think you sent me like a little smiley emoji. Thank you.
Maybe that's how I ended up on the show.
Yeah. Doesn't take much. Doesn't take much, let me tell you that. So today's question came from Ben, who, by the way, is in the bottom left-hand part of your screen. He's out clubbing. So Ben, go ahead.
I'm clubbing. Yes, I always wanted to beatbox. I always wanted to beatbox. I always wanted to beatbox. I grew up loving the Fat Boys, and I can go, but I can't do anything else. How does one learn to beatbox properly?
You mean like?
Oh my God!
Wait.
Years of practice, my friend.
Yes, something like that.
Unbelievable.
There you go.
Well, thanks for coming on, Chris. Thank you.
Great, there you go. Thanks.
It was really good having you here. Wait, but that's amazing.
I mean, I'm serious about that. It does take years of practice, you know, and having some percussion in your blood and, you know, lots of friends that you can accompany and play with. You know, with Freestyle Love Supreme, I'm there. Kayla Milady, who's also she's a world-class beatboxer championship winner, and you know, we're there accompanying the words that are telling the stories, and it's all happening on the spot. It's completely live and made up. So you have to be very versatile and a really great listener.
Wow, that's awesome.
But I was just doing some research on you this morning, and so you really started with musical instruments, right? Like that's how you kind of began this whole thing. So how did you go from musical instruments to realizing, okay, well, I'm actually going to use my own lips as an instrument?
It's a natural progression, right? I was born and raised in Foxborough, Massachusetts, and there's a phenomenal musical education program there at the Foxborough Public Schools. And my music director there really instilled the discipline and the love for music and feeling the heartbeat of rhythm inside. So Steve Massey is who I account for my love for music. So I ended up bouncing around with all sorts of different instruments, and I landed in percussion because I have a short attention span. And then I ended up beatboxing because I'm lazy and didn't want to bring a drum set to gigs.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. When did you realize you had that talent, though?
Something I sort of fell upon. I went to UMass Amherst, and I was in an improv group, and I picked up a microphone for an improv game that we were doing, like you see there. I'm still doing it, still making them ups. And we kind of discovered I had a little bit of a skill, and I just continued to do it. And in 20 years plus, here I am.
Holy moly. Well, there were so many things that, first of all, congratulations on everything that you have accomplished, and congratulations for what you still are going to accomplish. Yeah. What amazed me about the performance is that you have a very specific role. You're kind of like, you're the storyteller, but you never utter a single word. Yeah. And you take stories from the audience, and as if that wasn't enough, there was one chunk where you tell someone's story, and then you do everything in reverse. How on earth do you remember all of the moves? Because I was watching very carefully.
Me too.
And you can't rehearse that because you're making up the story from people in the audience. So how did you do that?
The whole show has a structure to it, and within the structure we hold the chaos. So within that specific structure, we call it Second Chance. We interview an audience member, and while we are interviewing them, the whole cast is listening and clocking every little bit and bite all around it. Speaking of bites, like when they had food is a really great thing to go to, so we know that's a bullet point that we have to reenact when we rewind. And there's a lot of comedy there because even those little specific details that the audience picks up on, I find it fun to try to run and be that pull over the chair and hold it up as the shower head or something when they're taking a shower. That's really funny to see being played backwards, let alone being played.
You know what's amazing is that no one performance is the same, right? So like what I saw is totally different than what Madi saw because we went about a week apart from it. Is there, dare I ask, a beatbox thing that we could all attempt right now?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, we're talking about Dougie Fresh and talking about Buffy from the Fat Boys, and everybody has their own sound and they have their own instrument, right? Their body is an instrument. So you will find sounds that you can make that other people cannot. So I just want to start off that way. So there's no perfect way to do this.
Flatulence?
But if I gave you a beatbox lesson that everybody here knows, which is English, I teach 2 words, and we teach this at the FLS Academy, which is helping to empower people to do some of these skills, to improvise and to tell stories with rap and with beatboxing. So 2 words.
Okay.
Everyone say the word boots.
Boots. Boots.
Right, great. You know the word. Now make it a little bit more percussive when it comes out like a buh, buh, and go give it a ooh sound like a grunt. Boots. There you go. You're halfway there. And then the second word is cuts. So say the word cuts with a really hard k and a to it. Awesome, you've got the pieces, and now you just say those 2 words over and over again in a rhythm. And I'll start first, and then join in with me.
Okay.
I'll start it with just the words, and then I'll turn them into the sounds.
Okay.
Boots, cuts, boots, cuts, boots, cuts, boots, cuts, boots, cuts.
Oh my God.
It's that easy.
Wow.
Now you're all beatboxers.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
I wouldn't say that, but okay.
And by the way, you have the Freestyle Love Supreme Academy where people can kind of learn all these things, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And we started this before the pandemic, and then we really honed in on it during the pandemic and made all the classes virtual, so you can take classes from anywhere in the world. We literally have people in from Australia, India, Sydney, Australia, and Canada, and up in the Bronx. So there are people from all over the world. There are people from all walks of life, all ages, all ability and skill levels. And it's really about telling your own story over a beat, learning how to do the beat, learning how to be truthful, and then the rhymes come. So we don't teach, you're not going to be an expert after day 1. That takes years and years of practice.
What a great story you have, right? I mean, growing up with this talent and then making a living, basically.
Someone's
spitting.
beatboxing.
Well, it's the guy who asked the question, the one who wanted you on here, Ben.
Ben.
So Ben, let's hear your performance.
Is that staticky or is that?
I'm making it Hebrew.
Oh my gosh, Ben.
Chris, you're currently in the show right now on Freestyle Love Supreme. Go and see it.
Such a great
Seriously, all right? Go see the show. It's amazing.
Mazel.
And that's a show you could watch a bazillion times.
I'm going
because
back.
it's never the same. And it's amazing. Oh, look at him. Go.
Many people have. They've seen the show over and over again.
Oh, I
and
love it. I'm
coming back.
It's never the same. New guest stars, new lineups. It's about as live as you can get.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
You want to sing a song for us?
Broadway's back.
Yes. Beatbox us out of here.
Yeah. All right, Chris. Chris Shockwave Sullivan. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for being here. Really, really.
Thanks,
it was awesome
everybody.
to have you here. And if there's something you're curious
Thanks,
about,
Dan.
everybody
Thank
want
you.
us to help you find the answer, email me, I want to know, at PIX11.com, and we will book a guest based off of your question.